neurotoxic snakes. Nervous system. Okay? Apparently we need it to kind of stay alive. I don't know. Spread his must everywhere. He's a stinky snake now.
Cobra.
Okay. Cobra. This is a Cape Cobra. But this group, the neurotoxic snakes, are the non-spitting cobras and the mambas. Okay, we all know black mambas. The two snakes that account for the most deaths is the black mamba per bite, and the Cape Cobra. Okay, they're equally as dangerous. If you smell, you might smell a smell coming out of the pit now. It's a male cobra. It spreads its must everywhere. It's its smell. It's what it does. Okay, cobras. Why do they make this hood?
Display of aggression.
Yeah, look how big I am. What are you thinking? You're even standing close to me. This snake here is an incredibly dangerous snake, an incredibly aggressive snake. And look how it's not chasing me around this pit. It's not trying to hunt me down. It's definitely not on its cell phone to call its cousin or mate. Okay, but this is the reality of a snake. And this is if it hasn't crawled away 100 meters before you get to it. But you encounter a snake, it hoods up at you, it says I'm a cobra, you're like, I'm so sorry, I made a mistake, and you go home. And it goes home, and everything's fine. Okay? You're going to start touching it, and it's going to start trying to bite you. Okay, but this is the reality of snake encounters. They want to be away. If I were to, remember they told you if you stand right next to a snake, stand dead still, I would run away. Okay, to be honest, you're not going to stand still. You're going to scream and jump and run away. But what they mean is if you are right next to a snake, like this, if I stand dead still, the snake's going to start realizing I'm not here, it thinks I'm a tree, drops its head, and it will crawl away. Okay, this is what they mean. But even at this close, the snake is cross, and look, you can still back away and get away. Okay, don't play with snakes, just leave them alone and run away. There's nothing that tells us that it is a venomous snake versus a non-venomous snake. And it's mostly a display. Hissing, mouth closed, just trying to say, please leave me alone. Okay, neurotoxic snake bite. I get bitten by the snake. First thing, droopy eyes. The patient starts to look like he wants to fall asleep. Pins and needles through the body. And then struggling, maybe a bit of slurred speech. Kind of like when you've had a few beers, okay? It's like Friday, 11 o'clock at night. Okay, and then the patient struggles to breathe. That's the bad news. The neurotoxic venom affects the respiratory system, but it doesn't affect your heart. So if a person stops breathing, or as they're struggling to breathe, you can assist their breathing. If you're doing that, you can extend their life for a very, very long time. Just last week, a friend of mine got bitten. He went to the hospital, so they put him on a ventilator for 2 days. He woke up and he went home. He didn't even have ventilator. The ventilator was just helping his breathing while he wore off the venom, and then he goes home. Okay, so if you've got a long way to hospital, put someone in the car that can assist breathing if needed. And if it does come to that, you're going to take a 2-hour snake bite and turn it into a 4-hour snake bite. You don't know how long. There's been kids bitten by these snakes, and 24 hours later they're in trouble. So you've always got so much time, you never know. Don't lie there screaming saying I'm going to die and start digging a hole. Okay? Get to the car, go to hospital and survive. Okay, there's anti-venom. Now we've got a cool anti-venom called a Polyvalent Anti-Venom. Hey, good. Make a good for everyone. Polyvalent Anti-Venom means that we give you the exact same anti-venom for all snake bites. So you don't need to get a selfie with the snake that bit you. Okay, you're just going to get bitten again on the ear. Okay, you go to hospital, they give you the same anti-venom for a spitting cobra, for a puff adder, for the Cape Cobra, for the black mamba. Okay, and then you survive. Best things to do is the patient must not move. There's something in our body called the lymphatic system. The venom does not get transported in the blood, it gets transported in something called the lymph or the lymphatic system. The only way that system works is if you're moving around. If you lie dead still, that lymph can't move around. So if you mobilize the patient, splint the arm, that patient does nothing, you will take a 40-minute snake bite and turn into 2 hours, 4 hours, who knows. Okay, so, but if you run around screaming in circles, that's going to happen, okay? Alright. You all going to touch a Cape Cobra? See if you'll go back. How do they make anti-venom? The way to make anti-venom is they take venom and they inject it into a horse. Very small quantities in the beginning, obviously, you don't want the horse just to die. And slowly they increase the quantity of venom. And once they've done Cape Cobra, they do Puffadder. And once they've done Puffadder, they do Mamba. And so they give this horse all the different types of venom. That horse then becomes immune to that venom. Then what we do is we take the blood from that horse, we spin off the red blood cells, and then that clear plasma that's left, all he wants to do is go for that hole. Check. If I stand out the way, all he wants to do is that hole because there's a dark space for him. He's not trying to come for me, he's trying to go for the hole. Okay, then we take the blood from the horse, we take all the red blood cells out, and that clear plasma is the anti-venom. When you get bitten by a snake, we inject you with horse plasma, which is full of antibodies for the anti-venom. The bad news is that 40% of us are allergic to anti-venom because it's horse blood. But, so we don't just give you anti-venom anywhere. In the hospital, they counter that allergic reaction that you have. Come, look at everyone. You're such a pretty snake. Hey, me and you are going to fight. Right. Come on now, look that way. All he wants to do is climb up the stick because he thinks it's a tree. Okay, don't get bitten by a Cape Cobra.